Alright everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I want to give you a quick guide on how to get Broly and Gogeta and how to evolve Broly and Gogeta. So their quests are actually pretty interesting, and basically to get Broly you're going to have to somewhat start working towards getting Gogeta. And there's a lot of interlooping between this quest, so there's a lot of things that you're going to be needing to do for this quest, so make sure that you get a lot of them. So let's start off with Broly. So obviously I don't have Broly right now, but if you run over to the upgrades right over here like this, and you go over to evolve, if you take any Vegeta, let's just say this one for example, you can see that Vegeta becomes Broly, and you're gonna need this Broly pelt, which is one of the items. And that if you also teleport up to dungeons right here is how you get the Evo items for everyone else. You can get the Chilai familiar, and you can get the remote. So if you walk over to the stage over here like this and go to create match, you can see that there is a 10% chance for an item called the remote to drop. Now if you click on this, you can see what this is, and you might get flashbacks, right, of who this is for. So this is kind of similar to Biken, where you get an item that gives you a multiple different quests to do. In this remote, you can see that you need Gogeta Super, so you need the Gogeta drop from the stage, which I'll show you later on how to get. You need Frieza, which you can get off of banner, and then you need Super Saiyan 3 Goku, which a lot of you guys probably already have because he's a little bit from older updates. Right here, it's this guy, Roku Super 3. So you can get Goku and you can get Frieza right off of banner. Over here, Goku's in the middle right now, but you can also say you need Frieza. You can just pop him in for the selection banner and get him. I highly suggest you guys do it because you literally cannot do this quest without them being on your team. Frieza, super easy to evolve. You need to evolve them anyways. Same for Gogeta. So this update's making you grab everyone from this update. But essentially, when you get that remote item, it will be placed in your inventory and you'll be able to use it, and it will give you the item that you need to get Broly evolved. So with that, I'm going to cut away, and then we're actually going to come back when I have that item, just so I can show you what it looks like, and I can give you guys a full little tutorial. All right, so I was unable to get the item because I'm just super unlucky. And you can also see that in that process, I got Monarch Frieza in 4 rolls, which is absolutely insane. Monarch, from what I've heard, is his best trait, so this is going to be really nice to add to my collection. But essentially, for the remote, from what I heard is, if you run over to it, you finish all of this, the second you finish your remote, you will get the fur coat that you need for Broly. So if you check upgrades right over here, just fly past all of this, and then you look up Vegeta, right? You press Vegeta, and this pelt you will instantly get when you finish that remote. So you guys don't really have anything to worry about. I have shiny Vegeta right here, which we will definitely, I'll do a video evolving him and checking him out for you guys. Maybe later tonight, but I am very excited for this update. And that's basically how you evolve Broly. It's really easy. You just get Vegeta, you finish the remote, which you get from dungeons, then you get Gogeta, which you also get just by playing dungeons. You get Frieza, which you pull off banner, and you get Goku, which you pull off banner, which I'm assuming a lot of you already have. That's basically it. You just evolve them, get the remote, you evolve your Broly, and you're done. That's it. I'm not sure how good the Chilai familiar is going to be, right? Because literally no one's seen anything on her, but I am really enjoying this guy's grind. It's not super obnoxious, and it's actually pretty enjoyable for a Vanguard. But yeah, let me jump over and show you guys how you get Gogeta. All right, so this is how you guys get Gogeta. So Gogeta is actually very simple compared to Broly. Essentially, what you're going to need to do is you're going to have to pull Frieza off of the banner. That is very easy to do. You guys should have a lot of gems by now saved up for this update. You run over to dungeons, you run over to Frozen Volcano, and you have to make sure Frieza is the only character on your team. And if Frieza is the only character on your team, it is actually a 20% Gogeta to drop from the stage. That is the only way of getting Gogeta. But let's say you have already gotten Gogeta, right? From your first attempt. Maybe you got it on accident, or maybe you just got it because your friends helped you out. So if that is the case, you're going to run over to the dungeon shop, Frozen Volcano, and you're going to see an item called Fused Jacket, which you're going to need for Dragon Ball Super Gogeta. You can buy it with the currency. You're going to need to play this a lot because you're going to need to get Broly evolved. So you're going to have to do this for the Space Pod item. You have to do this for the jacket. There's also 100 rerolls, 50,000 or excuse me, 500,000 gold, bunch of stat chips, essences, Chili, and then the remote if you don't hit pity. But essentially, that's really all you have to do to get Gogeta, is you just get that item, you get the kills, and you get him as a drop. But Broly's a little more complicated, as you guys had previously seen. Okay, so for a little visual guide here, once you're actually in game like this, you have to make sure that Frieza, it doesn't have to be monarch or anything like that, but Frieza has to be the only character in your team. I do not know right now if Gogeta can drop without Frieza. I can go look it up right now, and I'll come back to you guys with the answer. Alright, so I just checked in Discord and asked around, and you can literally only get Gogeta if you have just Frieza on your team. This might be soloable just by yourself with Frieza. I believe it scales with people. I'm not entirely sure. It's a dungeon, so you can only do it with a certain amount of people, but just try and get 3 people to carry you. You can see, for an example, I have 3 of my friends here, and I'm having them carry me just so I can get a video out for you guys faster. But I have seen a little bit of what Gogeta looks like, and it looks like he's more of a crit type character, and he also supports other fusion characters, which is actually really cool. Later tonight, I'm going to try and get out a tier list for you guys on all the new characters from this update, just off of first impression. It might not be like my permanent feelings about it, but just so you guys can have something to base your opinions off of. But essentially, when you finish the stage, which if you do not know how to finish the stage, you'll see that Golden Frieza spawns in every 3 waves, I believe it is. He'll spawn on the map right here, and you have, I think, an entire 1 wave to kill him. And when you kill him, you can see that you get these Dragon Balls in the bottom right. And once you have 7 of those Dragon Balls, you can save Broly, it's called, and it will instantly end the stage. You can see Goku, Vegeta, Broly all fighting each other. It's kind of bugged over there, but you can see them fighting each other. You get all 7 Dragon Balls. It will instantly end the stage, and you'll get your items. Depending on what cards you pick, you actually can give yourself more tokens, and I believe there is MVP, so you also can get more of this as well. And also, if you guys have older characters in the game, you guys can actually bring any Dragon Ball unit. All Dragon Ball units are buffed in this stage, but that's essentially all extra info I can give you for the stage. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I wish you the best of luck trying to evolve Broly and Gogeta. It is a little bit of a long process, but it's not super bad, right? They kind of force you to get 3 characters and use them, and get a bunch of characters and add to your box that are really OP. So if you guys have any suggestions for any videos you'd like to see with this new update, please let me know down in the comments. I always look through them, and I always look through to see what you guys say. So if you have a suggestion for a video you'd like me to make that you'd want to watch, let me know, and maybe I'll make it. But with that being said, I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. See you.